Istanbul represented a sort of childhood nostalgia. I wasn't born here, but my life has been littered with visits to Turkey, specifically Istanbul, courtesy of my mother and her intimate love affair with the city. This summer, I found myself in this beloved city again. The lofty, gentle sound of the tambour made its way to us as if slipping through the crowd, breaking me out of my reverie. We were in the famed Grand Bazaar of the old city. Tired as I was, everything caught my eye, from the beautiful ceramics to the magnificent calligraphy and the antique carpets. The streets were riddled with cars, trams, and people, overflowing in every direction, the air filled with vibrancy and joy, the place permeated with the smell of cement. Walking onwards, we soon lose the crowds. Now, it's just calm. There's an occasional burst of light music coming out of the shops, store vendors making light conversation with visitors, men crowded around tables, smoking shisha, engaged in games of tavla. I had been here before 100 times, and I knew that I could come here for 100 more and still discover something I hadn't before. The first time I was here, I only noticed the big things, the eye-catchers. Now, I only noticed the small, insignificant things, and that is why I could never stop getting to know this place. I had fallen in love with this unreality. My life in Istanbul was spent in a blissful haze. Sometimes, I just let the wind take me, like a vapor, along the streets of Istanbul, through the cinemas, the variety of shops, the European Turkish bistros and sidewalk cafes, through the streets of Balat and Fener, adorned with old wooden houses, descending down the hill in an array of bright oranges, yellows, and blues. Then, into the twists and turns of the dark alleys of the worn-down, sunken buildings, the architecture heavily influenced by the Baroque and Rococo styles. Sometimes, I observe all the cats, of every type. They are used to the human touch, wanting affection and willing to impart it. There is always a pair of feline eyes watching my every move, as I continue my wandering through their city. Sometimes, the days were spent on my hotel balcony, with friends, the many hours spent smoking apple-flavored shisha and sipping the mildly sweet, similar-tasting chai. The hotel had a view of the Blue Mosque, standing in all its grandeur against the backdrop of the sky, a giant surrounded on every side by pinpricks of houses, an assortment of buildings and trees, resembling a palette of the autumn scene, with its hues of the golden hour. Soon, the sun would bleed into the night and the mosque would melt into the darkness, the Maghrib azan would permeate every corner of the still city, the beautiful melodic voice, as if it was the only sound in a silent world.